I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court...
Welcome back, guys. I trust you've been staying safe. Now, after this unfortunate incident where defendant Deobra Delone Redden unfortunately got out of control, did a Superman flight and attacked Judge Mary Kay Holtus just before she was about to issue sentencing on him, Mary Kay Holtus was given medical attention and attended to, as well as the other court officials who had sustained injuries, and it seemed as if things had been put to a grinding halt from there and that the sentencing was postponed to further notice. And that was the case, but then it didn't take more than 24 hours for Judge Mary Kay Holtus to get back on the grind and back to court to continue her work. The incident happened on 3rd of January. Fast forward, by the 4th of January, Judge Mary Kay Holtus is back in court, and she's back on a bang because it turns out there's going to be a second showdown, if I should put it that way. There's going to be a second showdown between Judge Mary Kay Holtus and defendant Deobra Delone Redden because, mind you, she did not finish passing the sentence. She didn't even get to issue the sentence. She was just giving the pre-sentencing statement, and then Redden intervened and interjected with his Superman attack. So, as it stands now, Judge Mary Kay Holtus, as at today, Monday the 8th of January 2024, Judge Mary Kay Holtus is going to come face to face again with Deobra Delone Redden to pass the sentence to him. So what she couldn't finish on the 3rd of January due to Redden's out of control attack, she is going to get the chance to finish today, the 8th of January 2024, and sentence Deobra Delone Redden to whatever fate that the law has for him.
In my 29 years of public service, my only client has been justice.
Now on this, it is important to note that aside the original charges, Deobra now faces 13 charges in total, including extortion and coercion with force. Now, 7 of the new counts are battery on a protected person, which refers to the judge and other officers who came to her aid during Redden's attack. Now, this is where the conversation starts. First of all, to clarify, the new charges are not going to be part of this sentencing. This sentencing that will happen today is going to be based on what he had been convicted of prior to his attack. So that's what he's going to be sentenced on. It means that there's going to be another trial to look at the new charges that have been added. Now, the key conversation on this, specifically being that Judge Mary Kay Holtus is coming back to pass the sentence, is there are some people who think it's fitting that she gets to start what she couldn't finish due to the attack Redden meted on her. I agree, because obviously she didn't get to finish her work. She needs to finish it. I agree, and I think that in the spirit of professionalism, she would be able to do it, or she should be able to do it as is required by the law. But then there are others who are skeptical, and they believe that it's not the best that Judge Mary Kay Holtus actually gets to still pass the sentence. They are of the opinion that it could be misconstrued or inferred that whatever sentence she would end up passing might actually be influenced by a sort of her being vindicative or as a form of reprisal for what Deobra Delone Redden did to her on the 3rd of January, although that is to be trialed separately. And when I started analyzing that angle or that perspective, I felt that there could be something there, because in as much as she might actually be professional and not be vindictive, because even the law might not even permit her to attach emotions and vindictiveness to her sentencing, there might still be others out there who may still end up inferring that this sentence she will pass today was influenced by what Deobra did to her physically. And it might end up putting a stain on the sentence or putting a doubt on the sentence in some people's minds. For me, with the little knowledge I have, I believe that the legal process is also done per due process. So it's not just up to the judge to do whatever she likes or sort of to say abuse her power. There are checks and balances in there which are meant to put her on her toes to get her to do things right, the way she's actually supposed to do it by law, because they also get reviewed. They also follow processes and procedures. They also need to come and justify certain things that they do. So they are not above the law, if I should put it that way. But then, when I was making this argument, a counter argument that came was, yeah, but those who will still check her might still feel that they have all been attacked, or what Redden did to Judge Mary Kay Holtus was actually an attack on the entire judicial system. And I was like, I don't think it will get to that point where all the entire legal system would now be as though it's them versus Deobra Delone Redden. I don't think it will get to that point. I'm expecting, and I believe that they are going to be professionals, because people are watching, and I'm expecting the system will also be working such that the sentencing that will be passed today by Judge Mary Kay Holtus on Deobra Delone Redden would be the same as what she would have passed on him on the 3rd of January if the attack had also not happened. It shouldn't be that based on the attack that happened, the sentencing has changed to probably a more harsher one because he attacked her physically. I think then that might be what some people would now end up concluding as maybe there's a form of reprisal intent in there, because what he did to the judge was bad, but then those have been accounted for as additional charges that have been added, and he's going to be tried on those, and if found guilty, he's definitely going to serve whatever punishment to be meted out to him. So I don't think that has to influence today's sentencing for the original crimes for which he was in court for. I think that was aggravated battery, attempting or something. So these are my opinions. I think that Judge Mary Kay Holtus getting the chance to finish the sentencing is good. It's good for her courage, it's good for her morale, it's good for the legal system. It also goes to show that you can't bully the legal system. Even if you get to put one in, like Deobra Delone Redden did, the legal system will come back even stronger. And I think on these accounts, I think that is good. But I'm just hoping that it will go as I am projecting and wouldn't end up with any implication that would leave people wondering if there was a form of reprisal intent in there. Now, coming back to work, Judge Mary Kay Holtus also thanked everybody that came in to assist and assured them that she was better. I'm following this case, especially the sentencing that will happen today. I'll be listening in keenly, and I'll bring you my details of it as and when I have them. Until then, thank you so much for your support so far in 2024. Leave a comment in the comment section. What do you think of this? Do you think the judge is going to be fair and unbiased, irrespective of having been physically attacked by this defendant just some few days ago prior to her trying to sentence him? Or you think it could actually influence her sentencing? Do you believe that she can't have any room to abuse her power in the sentencing because the system has checks and balances and she wouldn't be able to abuse it? I believe so. But let's have a conversation. What do you think about this? And what measures do you think should be put in place to protect public defendants, public officials from incidents like this? Because we can't have these things happening again. I don't think anybody should suffer this, especially as we have seen the extent this has gone to. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.